chance to go talk to people that you like. And it's like, just because you're insecure yourself, and also, depending on who the person is, you don't really know how they're gonna, like, perceive you. Like, if they perceive you as very, very snobby and stuff, or if they're gonna perceive you as someone really interesting and, like, truthfully, like, unique from everybody else. Like, everyone's different, but, in their eyes, you're unique. Uh, I know I struggle with this a lot because, depending on who you are, you're also gonna be like worried depending on how popular the person is, like especially in school and stuff. Cause like in my school, I don't know, I consider myself kind of a wallflower just because I do talk to people. Like I'm not like a total introvert, but I don't talk to people all the time. I'm concentrated on other things like my art, my writing, just school in general. And well, sometimes I get a little bit nervous when I'm talking to like popular people. Like I'm not going to say anybody's names, but people who play football, for instance, or play lacrosse or whatever, I get nervous about talking to them just because I don't know. I guess they're around other people so much, and it's not like there's any time you could possibly go talk to them where they're not around somebody. So I'll just be honest. I do this one thing where sometimes I will put a post-it note on their locker and just say like, hey, or whatever. Or I'll talk to them on Instagram, that is if they're willing to talk to me, which so far, the people that I have been willing to, and they're not like, why are you talking to me? I don't even know who you are. Like, when I first started doing that, trust me, it was bad experience because I just went out and bluntly said, hi, this is Jamie Deese. You don't know me, but I would like to start talking to you. Yeah, word to the wise, don't do that. You're just gonna look like a complete idiot if you do that. Uh, like just start talking to them and everything. Like just ask simple questions like, what's your favorite color? How has your day been? Like that's basically what I did with people before I started talking to like others from school, but I didn't use it for the popular people at first just because I didn't know how they were gonna take it at all, just because I never tried that before. And also just me, I'm a little strange myself too. Anyways, um, and if I sniffle, sorry too. Uh, and then also, just because, okay, if you feel like you have to change to get someone's attention, they're not worth it, okay? You just be yourself 100% because it's like, if they really do like you, they're gonna like you for who you are, not for how you are around them, you know? It's like, you should be able to be yourself around them all the time. You shouldn't have to be like this preppy or Mr. Perfection all the time. You should be able to be like your crazy, weird, fun self around them. And like, that's another thing I've struggled with just because, I don't know, I'm like really, really afraid about the whole showing your true self to people because I just find myself a little bit like wacky and weird, and like I hate it when people perceive people on how they look. That's so stupid. It's like if you marry someone, it's not gonna be because they're like drop dead gorgeous or whatever. You're gonna marry them because you connect with that person. Like you like things with that person that are similar. Like I'm friends with somebody and we both play soccer, or I'm friends with somebody and we both share the same faith or whatever. Like, and both of those things are true. Like, you should have things that are similar about them. And then also there's the opposites attract thing, which sometimes can be true, but isn't always going to work out because, again, depending on how the person is, like if they're a very, very, very quiet person, like myself, and or a very, very, very loud person who does not care to look like a fool or whatever, then you're gonna also have things to say about it, just because if the person is quiet and you're very upbeat, loud, and spontaneous, that may not work out just because then you're so used to like doing all these things. Like if you go to parties or whatever, you're so just used to jumping around and dancing and, having a little drink every once in a while. Like for me, I don't want to drink, but I'm pretty sure I might experience some of that in the future. Because, okay, one lesson my mom and my dad have always told me is don't ever say you're not going to do something, because chances are you probably will, and if you do, you're going to be disappointed in yourself because a couple years ago you said you weren't going to do this, but you ended up doing so, and so you're being disappointed in yourself. And, yeah, 1 minute. 1 minute, be right back. Okay, sorry guys, I had to go get myself a drink just because my throat was starting to hurt from talking at high speeds and everything. So, by the way, that's tea, so if you're wondering what that is. Uh, anyways, back to what we were talking about. Like, you shouldn't have to be different just because of the person, Like, I'll just be honest, I like a person who plays football, but I'm not gonna change for that. I'm not gonna be like a cheerleader. I'm not gonna be wearing like pretty in pink or any of that crap. I'm just gonna be the same person who wears Star Wars tank tops, and or wears gray cargo pants. That is true. Um, by the way, if you're wondering why my eyes are like so defined right now, it's because I tried out eyeliner a couple days ago, and it ended very badly. It ended up with me smudging it all over my face, and I wiped my face so much that it went raw. So, yeah, fun times. Never gonna try that again. And I know I just said never say never, because then you might end up doing it again and you're gonna be disappointed that you did. But I tell you, I probably won't try that again, just because it hurts so much. And if I do, I'm gonna get actual remover for it and not go scrubbing my face off for like a whole half hour. Anyways, as I was saying, because the person should be able to see the beautiful in you, see the uniqueness, see the different in you, and they should like it, if they really do like you. Um, because, like, when you judge somebody on how they look, it's just one of the probably stupidest things you could judge somebody on, because it's like, you're not that person. Like, especially if you're judging them, like, on their hair color, or their hairstyle, or the clothes that they're wearing. It's like, well, it's not on you, and that's just their personality. Like, if they want to wear PJs to school, that's what they want to do. If they're, like, wanting to wear Converse all the time, they don't ever get a new brand of shoes, that's their choice. Um, moving on from that, sometimes you're gonna be afraid because you think that person is unattainable. Uh, Meaning it's like it's a heart-wrenching pain of wanting somebody so much, but you think they're unattainable. There's a French term for it, but I don't remember what it is. 1 second. Okay, if I pronounce this wrong, I'm sorry. Especially because I'm congested. La Dorley, you esquiz. Hopefully I said that right. Sorry if I didn't, but I'm not in French this year. Anyway, it's the heart-wrenching pain of wanting the affection of someone unattainable. Now, if you're wondering wondering what unattainable is, it's basically the opposite of attainable, meaning you can't have that person or that person is never going to be yours. Now, that's not always true because the person may actually like you. You just don't know that because you never asked them if they do or not. Not saying you should go up to them and be bluntly honest, like, hi, I really like you. Do you like me? Would you like to go out with me or whatever? Or like, I think you're really handsome, or I think you're really pretty, or whatever. Now, then again, sometimes those are good things to do. Like, if you're at a dance and you see a girl and she's just sitting over there in the corner and like you can tell she's not having a good time, that might be a good thing to do because then you're boosting her self-esteem and everything. You're making her think like, maybe it's a good thing coming here. Sorry. As I was saying, like there are good times for going up and doing that, being bluntly honest about it, but then there's also times where you just want to be a little bit like mature about it and not just be like so upfront about it. And like I know people right now who are fearing that, and I'm pretty sure one of them might be hearing about it after this video goes up, depending on who knows about it, but I'm not going to say their name just because I'm going to respect them for that. And then sometimes, okay, say if you do start talking to a person and you start finding interest in them and everything, and then that person all of a sudden, like, stops talking to you and everything, then you're going to be afraid because you're thinking it's something wrong that you're doing, like, that you're not doing enough to keep them interested in you. Chances are, it's not about you at all, it's just them. Because, like, I do that a lot, and I'm sorry to people who I do that to. I will stop talking to them out of the blue for no apparent reason. Some people, it's because they hurt me, but majority of the time, it's because it's just me being insecure and everything, and me fearing that if I talk to them too much, they might start getting annoyed about the whole I'm talking to you every single day of your life thing. Because I did that with one person once. I will not say his or her name, but I did that with one person. And basically, let's just say, it kind of ruined our friendship because of it. And I was being just so, like, in their face every single day of their life, just texting and texting and texting and texting. And they wouldn't even be texting me at all. I would just be sending messages one after the other. And then, well, it did end very well. It ended up with me being upset. But we're better now. It's better just to be friends with somebody first than just going off and starting a whole big thing. Now, some people do just start off with the whole I'll get to know you thing for like 5 days, and then all of a sudden they want to be in a relationship with you. Like, nah, like you need to know more about that person. And that's another thing that takes me off about certain people. It's like, they'll just come up to you and be so upfront about how they feel about you. Like, they'll say, hi, you're so pretty, and I really, really like you. And you might not even really know that person from anywhere. It's like, just seriously, Like, don't get me wrong, I might think you look cute and all, but it's like, there's more to me than just how I look, There's more to me than what you see. Like, I am a very artistic, very spontaneous, very, 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 very can be weird sometimes person. And I'm very I like to write. I want to be a writer when I grow up. My favorite color is blue. I like all different types of music. Granted, I don't like cussing, but that's kind of a part of life nowadays. There's only really one type of music I don't like, and that's rap, but it's because of that reason I don't like it. I play soccer. What else? My favorite food is salad. That sounds weird, but I like it. Uh, I'm 14, obviously, but most of you already know that by now. Uh, what else about me? Uh, I don't really think of myself as a shopaholic because I don't go shopping every week. I just go shopping when I need to, like when I need clothes or I need to get a new pair of shoes or whatever. I don't just go like, okay, I don't find out that this pair of shoes released and then I'm just gonna go buy it. Okay, 1 minute. Again, thirsty. And like I'm not that big into makeup. I'll wear it like occasionally, but I don't know. It's just a hassle some days, especially like when I'm extremely tired in the morning. I don't have the energy to like go to the bathroom, wash my face, dry my face off, put like foundation on, then put blush on, then put my lip gloss on. I just don't have the energy for that most days. I don't like wearing nail polish. Like I can do toenail polish, but I can't do like fingernail polish. To me, because it just feels like you're putting extra weight on your nails, and then all of a sudden, it's like, because like if you're like me, it's not gonna last that long. I'm pretty much probably gonna pick it off in the first 3 days of being there. Anyways, we're getting off topic a lot right now. But anyways, like yeah, there's more to me. There's more to a person than just how they appear. Cause like it's like you can like that person just based on how they look, but you're really not gonna really know them until like you start asking questions about them. Cause like I like say there's a person I like. Uh, yeah, they might be extremely cute, and they might like wear the coolest shoes or have the like perfection of hairstyles, but it's not just that I like about it. It's probably gonna be more like their personality. Like I feel like in society today, people have forgotten about their personality and stuff, and like how that really benefits in relationships. Cause like that's probably the thing that's gonna make your relationship last. Like how compatible your personality is and how you like that person's personality and how they are mutual to yours. It's not like extremely gonna be like how that person looks or whatever. That's not gonna make your relationship last. Uh, and yeah, because it's like, okay, another thing about those two. Sometimes it's hard to trust when this person is saying they like you and everything. Like, majority of the time, if you're like a really good looking person, you can probably be sure that that person likes you, but maybe not because of your personality, but maybe because of how you just look. Uh, and then sometimes you're gonna think that like, this person is just lying to me or whatever. Now, for me, I have a tough time trusting when people say they like me because I don't know. I just don't understand why anyone would. That's my struggle right there. Just because, okay, this is like a sob story, but I generally myself, I don't feel pretty. I don't feel like beautiful, I guess you could say. I don't feel that way. Like, cause like my mom can say you're beautiful, my dad can say I'm beautiful, but until someone comes around and actually says that word to me and calls me that, I'm not gonna believe it. Because it's like, you know, they're parents. They're supposed to say that. They believe it too, but you know, you're not supposed to say like your parents are not always supposed to call you ugly. Like they're not supposed to do that. Uh, and it's also because like couple of people in my life, especially this year, have like told me, you should do something with your hair, you should wear different clothes, all we're trying to do is help you with getting this guy or whatever. But in the end, all they did was make me look like an extreme idiot, and so I don't really know how to trust when somebody's actually being generally honest about it. Because, like, I don't know. I just don't feel that way about myself. Uh, Anyways, sorry about that long sob story, but there you go. But yeah, like, especially if you're like a girl, you tend to not believe that you're beautiful until a guy really comes up and calls you that, or like, but that's also a thing that people get confused with. They assume, okay, this person came up, he's totally beautiful, we're going to be a good relationship. Yes and no. Because it's, again, just not based on looks. If you and the guy have been talking for a long time, and he knows all your insecurities, he knows that you don't think you're pretty and everything, and then he calls you beautiful and everything, then that will work out. I'm pretty sure it will work out for the most part. But if the guy is like new and he's going to your school and he's only been there for like a month or so, and he's saying that, then he's not really proving much to you. He doesn't really know much about you other than the fact that you guys might have made contact at some point, but you never thought about that at all. And then also, okay, here's something else too. If you like somebody, try to keep it to yourself for a while and maybe tell your parents about it, but don't just go and tell the whole world about it. And if you are really truly best friends with somebody, then you can tell them too, because you can probably trust the fact that they're not going to tell anybody, or they're not going to go tell that person. Because, I'll just be honest, I have told people who I've liked before, but it's never stayed secret for long. Except for one person, because I've not really said his name to anybody. And then there's been others, but I told my friends about it, and then they went and made it into a huge mess and everything. But I'll spare you the sob story there. That's for another video. But in the near future, when I am not anywhere near them, or they're not anywhere near where they could possibly hurt me again. But anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helps you out when knowing when relationships are true, and knowing when you should not be scared to be yourself in front of people who you like or find it interesting, and that relationships can't just be based on looks. They have to be more than that. Not all the time do you have to be extremely deep about relationships, because you should have fun in them too, but you can't always be like so based on looks. You just can't. But anyways, enough about that. I hope it helped you out, and bye.